Bar Hikes live here at Supreme Court's day 2 of our volleyball playdates. We are joined by special guests, Coach Dina Clemens, Buckhorn Lady Bucks, also Ashlyn King. She is a senior, and Lucy Means is a junior. Coach, playdates, great format. You get to bring your team in here and compete. How'd you feel like it went out there, and what do you expect of the rest of the day?
Well, we use this time to move players around, see what their strengths are as well as their weaknesses, see how they play with different people. So it's a great experience for us to come and get to play the different teams, see the level of competition that we're going to see during the season. So it's great.
You can follow us at SCourtsGville, and girls, talk about like what she was saying about personnel, about strengths, weaknesses. One question I'm going to ask, first of all, Ashlyn, for you, speak a little bit to playing with Lucy. And how that's fun, and why she's such a good teammate.
Yeah, Lucy, she always smiling on the court. She'll always race after her ball. Like, if you need one to chase down, like, we can rely on Lucy a lot.
So Lucy, talk about Ashlyn's game a little bit and what you like about it.
I love energy. I love Ashlyn's energy and how she puts the ball down, how she's smart about playing the ball. And I love the way that she covers. Like, if she's not blocking, she's down in defense, ready to get the ball up.
So, Coach, an area change this year.
Yes, we
We
did.
were discussing, so this year it's going to be Hazel Green, Columbia, and Lee, which is going to be a little bit different for you. So is that a positive? Is that a negative? How are you approaching that, and how are you portraying that to your girls?
I feel like it's a positive. Of course, Hazel Green's tough every year, and then the 2 new teams coming into it, we see them and we usually play them. So we feel like we got a good chance, so we just got to keep getting better every day. Working toward that.
I do have a question of something I just learned. And I would love your expertise with your experience. So, in the area games, it's best 3 of 5 in the playoffs, but other times it's. Do you coach differently in those games based on fatigue or stamina? How does that work?
It's really the same until you get down to the 15-point game, and then you might have to make some adjustments, if it's going to that 5th set. But you play 3 out of 5 every area game.
Right.
So when you play in season, you play everybody one time and then you seed for the area tournament. So every time you see an area opponent, it's 3 out of 5. Yes.
And that just seems different to me when I heard that earlier today, and I was very transparent with y'all. I'm not a volleyball guy, I'm learning, so bear with me, so I'm trying to get them to teach me as we go. But we talked about your strengths, girls. Lucy, if you will, speak to a weakness that you have in your game that maybe coach has pointed out to you, or something that you know you've got to get better at going into this season for your team to be successful.
Me personally, I don't get on the line as I should when outside's hitting, and I rely more on my libero, the one beside me, to get a lot of balls that are in between us, but I should be the one talking and helping her out.
What's your weakness, Ashley, that you need to work on?
Probably definitely blocking my feet sometimes. I don't want to go, so I just get late to the block. So yeah, helping the defense out.
Well, both of those things are 2 things, and I think, Coach, you would agree: effort and conditioning. Both of those, because those are both plays that like a rebound in basketball or a loose ball. Just a little bit more effort. Get there a little bit quicker. All right, so Coach. What does this team have to do? From now, we talked about their weaknesses. What is the weakness of this team that you're really focused on, that you feel like needs to get better entering into the season in a couple of months?
I've talked to them about getting smarter. Knowing the game, knowing what's going on the other side of the court. We're not very tall. We don't have a lot of height. We're very athletic. And so I feel like the more we know the game and the smarter we can play, the better we're going to be.
That's usually how it works. But at the same time, we really appreciate you coming to Supreme Court today. Girls, last question. In your own words, what's the expectation for this team this season, and how far can the Lady Bucks go? You first.
I'd probably say we should go pretty far. We fight really hard. We hustle any ball we can. So I think we're going to be good this season. I agree with Ashlyn. I think this season's going to be a real high game for us. We've practiced a lot, but not this year. But we know how to play with each other because we've been doing it for years. So I think we're going to have a great season this year.
Coach, ladies, thank y'all for joining us. Thanks for coming to Supreme Courts. And we look forward to following the Buckhorn Lady Bucks throughout the volleyball season this year. Thanks. See y'all soon.